Okay. You know what I think I'm gonna try to do? Uh, okay. Oh, I'll be right with you. Gotta get one more thing started up here, and we'll be on our way. Okay. Stinking thing. Come on, tablet, work. Come on, my tablet, work. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Huh? Okay, well, whatever. I gotta turn my headphone volume down. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. How's everybody doing today? We are getting underway. Oh, let's do that. Because if you don't turn your headlights on, you get a ticket. And right now, you don't need one of them. As you can see, we already have 81 tickets. The amount of time, I don't know what exactly the time frame is, but it's been quite a while. You know what we'll probably do? Probably reset that counter. For the new year. On Saturday, I will be streaming. But we will not be using the counter on Saturday because we won't be playing Truckin on Saturday. grabbing what's in a box right over there and putting it together. If you want to see exactly what I'm talking about, then I guess you'll have to be here on Saturday. So, that is your tough luck if you miss it. Ooh. Man, this thing is really tippy. By the way, the truck that we are driving is a Kenworth K100E. You can find this mod in the Steam Workshop. You can also find it on other third-party websites. But the one that I am using is from the Steam Workshop. Matter of fact, any of the mods that are not third-party mods that I am using can be found on my collections list in the Steam Workshop. You go into under community, click on workshop, then you type in American Truck Simulator, then you click on browse. Browse and then collections, right? And then CT-Man 1975. Once you find it, you can click on it. You should be able to. You should be able to install all the mods from there. I'm not 100% sure anymore because I haven't actually been in there in a while, so if I am not 100% correct, it's because usually when I am doing stuff with mods, I am playing the game. Usually don't change my mods list too often. I'm not saying it never changes, but it doesn't change that often because there's no need for it to. The mod list that changes probably more often is probably the one for ETS2. And yes, I do play that. We play that on Thursdays. So if you want to play ETS2 with me, unfortunately you'll have to use mods in order to play ETS2 with me. But hey, that's entirely up to you. Not my game. Because we're using 32 mods in that game, we're using 55 in this game. Some of the mods that we're using in this game are third party. There's only one mod that is in like 7 parts or something like that. Actually, there's 7 that come from pro mods. Actually, excuse me, well, technically all 8 come from pro mods. It's just that the one part that it doesn't come from the website, it comes from the Steam Workshop. Because there is a part for pro mods that you have to have in order to play Convoy. And now that now that Nordic Horizons is out and ProMods is updated to 2.80. You have to update your ProMods to that, and what do you call it? Convoy mod is also been updated to 2.80. Matter of fact, I saw that before the fact that, matter of fact, I installed, well, actually, excuse me, when you have the Convoy mod that is in the Steam Workshop, anytime that mod gets updated, it will update it in your game whenever you load your game up, assuming you have the thing that keeps your game up to date checked. Believe me, you want that checked, because if you don't have that checked, you'll have problems, because you'll have your game won't be up to date, and when you go to play your game with somebody, their game will be up to date and yours won't, and you'll wonder, oh, my game's not working. Gee, I can't imagine why. Maybe because your game's not up to date. Most of the time it takes like 5-10 seconds for your game to update, depending on how far behind it is. Of course, if you're playing My Winter Car, your game might have updated yesterday and it updated today too. What are you doing? I'm kidding. You know that one sound effect that a lot of people like? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Yes, it's a joke, okay? It's a line from a movie. Probably what some people might consider a meme, you know? You know. Don't you know, man? We're in Billings, Montana. We're in Montana. Yeah. Billings, Montana. Turning right here. We are gonna stop here. We actually started this job the last time we streamed this game. And oops. Come on. No, I don't want. I'm not turning, so I don't care about that. We're going to Jasper, Alberta. And if you've been here before, you'll know that I usually put where I'm starting in the title. So you should know where we started. You won't know exactly where I started, but you'll have a city where I started. Because hey, there's McDonald's. If you haven't figured it out yet, yes, I am using a whole bunch of mods. If you don't like it, oh well. bigger a problem that way. What the hell, dude? Did I hit that island there, or what? No, I didn't hit the truck next to me. Must have ran over that curb back there. Of course, we're gonna stop. Okay. There we go. We are on our way to Canada. Alberta, Canada. Da 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 da. Why is my mic mono? I don't know. I guess you only want me coming out of one ear. One ear at a time. You only want to hear me once. 45. They want us to do 65. If anybody has any questions, as long as they're not ones that are mentioned in the title, I will answer them. If you're too lazy to read them in the title, then that's your problem. Because if you can't figure out that part, I don't know. You made it out of kindergarten. My time answering questions that are already answered in writing. won't waste your time by timing you out. But if you ask it 3 times, you'll earn a special, got your name on a special list. It's very short. And it has its own hammer with its name on it. Which nobody ever gets off of. Once you're on that list, you're never off it. Stupidity is not rewarded in this channel. Unless you consider being put on the list of people that have been banned from this channel, then that is your only reward then. I don't take no shit. And that is 1000% the truth. You wanna give me shit? Scoop your ass out of the toilet then. Nobody. Get away with giving me shit for no reason. Especially if you can't figure out a simple answer. Long trailer. Percent of the people that get timed out, it's usually a waste of time. That's why I usually don't waste my time timing people out. Because I think it's a laugh. It's funny to be timed out. It's also a waste of my time. I'm here to have fun, not to waste my time answering questions that are already been answered. Come on, stupid light. Oh, turn green sometime today, it'd be nice. question that is not answered in the title. What we're hauling. But if you read a little bit further up from the title, that will be answered for you too. And if you're too lazy to read that, then I'm too lazy to answer it. Like I said, if you ask a question that's already been answered, then guess what? Better go back and learn how to read. Not my job to do your job. You're either too lazy or too stupid to do your job. Most of the people that ask the question that's right in front of their face are too lazy to read what's there. But guess what? I clicked that 3-letter word for those people. And then I don't have to answer that question anymore. They're talking to themselves. If you don't like the way I talk about that, then you're in the wrong channel. Oh well, I missed it. Oh well, I screwed up, so what? $700. Oh well. Just don't want to do that too often. If you do it often enough, they don't give a shit how rich you are, they'll just throw your ass in jail. What? Never mind. I figured since the other person, since they both turned, I went through it. And guess what? I got my first ticket. Hold on. There we go. Ticket. What the heck? It didn't go. It didn't work. The bot is. Hello? Why isn't it working? What the heck is going on here? Hello? Why is it not working? It says it's working, but it isn't. Now it's working. Of course, now it's too far ahead, but whatever. Oh. Okay. Why did... That is so weird. Oop, okay, well, whatever. Oh, it's only 35 through here. And... yeah, we've seen a whole bunch of McDonald's so far. There's a Taco Bell over there. Or some people call it Taco Hell. Because they have a problem with getting the number 2s from. Oh, of course. Well, I'm going through this one. Oh, it's green. Okay, so if anybody is looking for the stream stickers, they're not going to be there anymore because nobody has ever used them. And it is a waste of space. And something that is a waste of space goes bye-bye! It goes bye-bye! My mirror is really out of adjustment. Why am I so close to the steering wheel? I'm not. That's as far away as you can get. Field of view then. There we go. We're going to... Hold on. Going to go... Like that. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Hey! Hi, Juan. How's it going? Oops. We are on our way. Not too bad. Did a little bit of I added a few more DLCs to Euro Truck today. A whole bunch that were. Hey. Wow, there you go. 5 streak. Nice. Thank you for hanging out all those times. See, I mean, if there's one thing that makes people want to come back, it's the fact that they want to get that streak bigger and bigger. But I mean, don't get me wrong, not everybody who comes into the stream cares about those streaks, but I mean, if the person is truly following your channel, then they'll probably have a pretty sizable streak going. I'm not talking about naked one, I'm talking about a watch streak. I'm not gonna go streaking across the parking lot or anything like that. I mean, if you do that, you get what's coming to you. But oh, it's 73 here. Actually finishing off a job that we started the last time. We're going to Jasper, Alberta, Canada, with nitrocellulose, which is quite volatile. Anything with nitro in it is usually quite volatile. Cellulose is another name for paper. Like you have cellulose insulation or ground up newspaper. Watch a show called This Old House. If they show it wherever you're from, watching This Old House is a very educational show, especially if you listen to Richard Tathrui a lot of times. They teach you all about heating and plumbing, stuff that most people don't really give a shit about, but like to save money, plumbing is probably one of the things that will save you. Knowing about the plumbing in your house is probably the one thing that will save you the most money. Sam's Club. One thing that I was actually surprised that I did not own in Euro Truck was actually the wheel tuning package. You know, the ones that give you all of the different wheels for your tires. Oh. Should have gone over there, but I didn't. $25? Jeez. Come on. Saw somebody earlier today driving a K100E. Thank you so much. Seems weird that there's so much stuff that it doesn't show up in the multi-chat part of Stream Elements ground control. Like the watch streaks and other things, I guess. Jeez. There's one thing that I think that is kind of insane to me, but the video that I made about my button layout and the setup and the settings that I use is probably about 30 views away from 1,000 views. And I don't know about you, but I think that's insane. Because it's like one of the few videos that people actually watch. I mean, they don't watch the whole thing, but I don't think anybody truly watches the whole thing on most videos that they do watch. They skip to the parts that interest them the most. And honestly, sometimes I think that people that are, well, I guess people that are bigger channels don't really care too much about the watch time as they care about the views. But me, I care about the watch time more than the views because I'm not making any money off it yet, so. Oh, there you go. 1 month, 6 days, 1 hour. Oh, okay. Oh, it doesn't fit. I thought that one went into like minutes and seconds also. It's not anymore. Oops, you forgot a letter. There you go. 2 years, 5 months, 2 days, 14 hours, 39 minutes, and 19 seconds. Ooh, wow. Man. I guess the amount of watch time doesn't really matter about minutes and seconds, I guess. They worry more about the hours than the minutes and the seconds. Bridge. By the way, if you haven't figured it out, we are in Canada. This is part of the East meets Mid-North mod. And then of course you have the truck by itself has like 3 different mods on it. The truck itself is a mod, the engine is a mod, and the transmission is another one. And guess what? We are 50 gallons away from running out of fuel. There's a 389 next to us. I don't know what else we're going to be doing after this, but yes, I will be streaming on New Year's Day. And yes, I will be streaming on Saturday. But no, we will not be streaming ATS on Saturday. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I can't hug you back right now because I'm driving. I like that sound effect that goes along with that. Yeah. Gonna be putting together some Legos on Saturday. But the one thing that will be different from last Saturday's stream is that the Lego stream will not be posted on YouTube because it was pretty much a waste of time streaming it last time when I streamed it to stream putting together that truck behind me on YouTube. I think it has a total of like 6 views. And I think it's been quite a while since I did that. So we're gonna try just streaming it on Twitch and not on YouTube. Because I mean, Twitch has its own category for building Legos. It's called the brick building category. Well, we're not gonna screw up like we did the last time. Last time I missed the... Missed the way station last time. There we go. There. 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 Ouch. Let's see what we got here. That's weird. Okay. Oh, we haven't pressed the thing to... There we go. Yeah. Gee, look at that bright yellow truck going the other direction. Or is it bright green? Something like that. It's a bright color. Let's put it that way. I wonder where the closest fuel station is up here in Canada. Slower than the speed limit. 90. 110. Of course, they make up their mind. Ooh, look at that. It's a Dodge Challenger, isn't it? That's what it's supposed to be, right? Excuse me. 35 gallons to go before we're out of fuel. Let's see. Map. There is... Oh, hey you. Hey. Stupid thing won't let me. let me go that I don't know if anybody saw it, but somebody put, there's a posting in the, on the page of the ATS page on Steam, that there is a mod for the D800. It's kind of a smaller, maybe, or what they call it, I guess, a medium duty truck. It's a Dodge, and it has 3 total axles, and probably one of them is probably powered. Because I mean, it is a fairly small truck. It's only a day cab. It's got to be a diesel. Which means it's a Cummins. Of course, I guess if you were a person who didn't mind driving a Dodge with a Chevy in it, you could put a Duramax in it instead. Or if you're a person who puts a Ford engine in a Dodge, I guess you could put power screw diesel. Hey, you guys, I'm back. Or if you wanted to put a gas engine in, if they allow you to, maybe you put a Hemi in it. Doubt they'll allow you to put a Hemi in it. Hopefully sometime soon, maybe by spring or summer, maybe they'll have the Dodge and the Ford DLCs out. Downshifted. Come on, truck, downshift. Hello, truck. Why have you not downshifted yet? See where the extra fuel. See, they don't allow you to look that far up. I don't know why, but they don't. I can understand if you're not that far up on the map, but we are. We're farther than the view will let us go. miles to go driving wise, and we have more than enough fuel supposedly to get there. We should easily be at the 3.75 billion mark by the time we get. We only need 1.5 million to get there. Man. Of course, if I'd fill up my garages, we'd probably already be there. Come on. Up, up. You got some big ones, guy, if you're doing what you just did there. Hey, there's a fuel station coming up. There we go. Man, look at the size of those pipes on the back of that truck. Got some big pipes. If you don't look at them too closely, they look round. But then you'll start looking at them, and you can see all of the little angles in them. Gotta get over here, so. Oh wow. That'll probably never happen again. Here, well. Oh. Maybe if we'd had a train horn on this thing, might have scared the crap out of that guy. Scared the crap out of him. Okay, come on. 110 kilometers per hour. Here, we'll drive closer to the middle. But honestly, if there is one DLC that I'm really looking forward to, it's actually not for ATS at all. It's actually the bus mod, I mean not the bus DLC for ETS 2. I don't know why they're not talking about it for ATS, but. Okay. I mean, yeah, I could drive around in a bus in ATS, but the mod for the bus isn't really that great. And you're basically limited to doing like 3 different jobs for the mod. You're limited to doing like supervisors and employees and directors, and that's it. And you need a mod for that to show up. You need the bus mod, and then you need the passenger mod for the bus. Where, hopefully, with the coaches DLC for ETS2, you won't need that. It would be nice if it worked and it had jobs for it right off the bat. Well, I guess if it didn't, you could probably find a mod that gave you jobs for it. Oops. Whoa! We are. Wow, man. We just barely missed that car coming the other direction. Oh, and if anybody has been keeping their eye on a game called My Winter Car, if anybody liked My Summer Car, My Winter Car is it's slightly different than My Summer Car, but not a whole heck of a lot. I mean, there are some differences, but you have to be paying attention or have played the game in order to see the differences. I think everybody who has played My Winter Car has already froze to death, so we'll just say that. I haven't really ventured out too much outside the place of residence in that game yet. I basically just walked around the residence. I'm not gonna say what kind of residence it is, because I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't played it yet. And if you are already if you already own My Summer Car, My Winter Car is actually cheaper for those people. you save $5 by having already owned my summer car. Matter of fact, people who don't know about my winter car yet, it's only been out since yesterday. So you didn't miss too much. Last time I checked, there's only about 23,000 people watching it. So that's one reason why you won't see me streaming it. It's way too saturated of a category right now to stream it, for me anyways. Because I'm not a big enough channel to that people will, a lot of people will actually watch, because I'm still nobody on Twitch. Oh! Oh! Didn't have my foot on the brake. Hello, are we gonna go? I don't know if we're gonna be able to turn. Nope, we're not gonna be able to turn this around without backing up. Oops, wrong way. Good work, which means we damaged our load. 1.8. Okay, well, we better do this then. We had an accident. Oh well. Okay, let's do that if somebody wants to join in. Wow. There aren't that many people modding. You got the Idaho Outlaws and RFG and Boys Convoy. Actually, once you get down further, there's lots of people down, modding, but gee. Ooh, excuse me. Maybe. Let's see, can we go down to Louisiana? Woo! We can go down to Mexico if you want. Go down to Chihuahua. I guess we're not going down there. 2,833 miles. Oh, we go down to the Baja Peninsula. Dude. Go down to the Baja Peninsula. Where is... Oh. Wow, that's not very far. Go there. Going just over the border. There's Chihuahua right there. Chihuahua. Chihuahua. 2,833 miles. It's 2:30. Probably be closer to about 6:30 by the time we get done with this one. It's 1 mile away. by the way, if anybody is wondering, the stuff, I believe the stuff for Christmas, I think it is. I don't know if it's the stuff for Christmas and Louisiana that expire next week, or if it's just stuff for Christmas. Mexico. And it'll be almost 6 o'clock p.m. my time by the time we get done. Got 3 hours and 13 minutes. That's how long it's supposed to take us. $833 miles and no temps. Well, we just did a little lawn mowing, I guess. Oh, goody. Probably ran a red light, didn't I? Nope, didn't. Wow. Lost $695 there. No big deal. Spare change. Because we just gained it all back. Man, whoa. Slow down some more because the dotted line is not this is not a two-lane road going the same direction. This is that dotted line separates the two directional lanes. One goes to and one goes from. By the time we get done with this job here, because anybody who wasn't here at the beginning of the job will see that we're going down to Mexico. Going from Jasper, Alberta, Canada to Los Burritos, Mexico. Didn't have our high beams on. I thought we did. here earlier when I said that on Saturday we're going to be doing a little bit something different. Going to be streaming the assembly of a Lego set, and in order to see which one we're going to be doing, you'll have to be here on Saturday. But on Thursday, we'll also be doing something that's sort of new. We'll be probably starting out in the Nordic Horizon DLC. Even though we are using Pro Mods. Pro Mods has kind of already had the all the areas that are in the Nordic Horizons DLC. And for people who don't know what Pro Mods is, it's a mod. And in order to use Nordic Horizons and Pro Mods, well, actually, excuse me, in order to use Pro Mods and, well, actually, yeah, I should say, and the Nordic Horizons DLC, you'll have to upgrade Pro Mods to 2.80 if you don't already have it. It went from 2.77 to 2.80. But also, if you upgraded to 2.80 and you don't have the Nordic DLC, you'll have to buy it in order for it to work properly. But if you don't have the Nordic Horizons DLC, you can stick with 2.877 and still play Pro Mods. And you can do some of the jobs that are part of that. You just won't get credit for doing the jobs as part of the challenge. Because there are a ton of cities that are available in Pro Mods that are not part of the stock game. For anybody who might have been here earlier when I was talking about the DLCs that I bought earlier today, I bought the wheel tuning, bought a couple of the trailer company DLCs, you know, the Schwarzmuller, and I don't know if I bought the Chrome one. Hey, Mom. So, Lux, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. There you go. just getting here, we are playing ATS, and we are using mods. So if anybody wants to join Convoy, and you're not into using mods, I guess you're shit out of luck. Hey, Ottawa, how you doing? YouTube are multiplying. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks. What's everybody up to today? Or tonight, whichever it is. I am currently doing a job that you can't do in the game stock because we started up in Jasper, Alberta, Canada, and we are going down to Los Burritos, Mexico. I don't know if I said it right or not, but going quite far, let's put it that way. Woo! There we go. For anybody who hasn't seen our truck, this is a K100E. I know you can't really tell, can't really see about too much about the paint job right now, but it's basically blue, black, and fluorescent green. Come on, light. Well, I can go, but forgot about that. And yes, the K100E is a mod, but it is from the Steam Workshop. So it is probably one of the oldest mods in the workshop because I've actually been using it for quite a few years. Matter of fact, most of the mods that I have from the Steam Workshop are some that I've been using for quite a while. You have some mods that aren't from the Steam Workshop also, but like the Coast to Coast and East meets Mid North and the oh shit, what the heck is the name of it? The one that allows us to go down to Mexico. That one. Can't remember what the name of it is, but the engine that we're using in our truck is a Caterpillar 800 horsepower twin turbo engine, and we have a 20-speed transmission in our truck. And yes, the truck transmission and the engine are all mods, and they're all from the Steam Workshop. So some people might not consider them mods because they're from the workshop, but they're all free. That's the best part about the workshop. But there are also some not so great things in the workshop too, but like the Freightliner Argosy is not the greatest thing. I mean, yeah, it is free. Of course, it's also free from the website I downloaded it from too, but the Freightliner Argosy, the one that I use anyways, is from a website called modsats.com, and there is a lot less screen tearing with it, let's put it that way. And for anybody who thinks that I cheated to get all that money, no, I did not. I have almost 5,250 hours in this game, so I would very much say that I did not cheat to get there. You can use a mod to get a lot of money, but honestly, it's not worth it. Because if you build up your profile so you can do the longer jobs, like the ones over 1,000 miles, you can make a lot of money really quickly. I mean, even if you do a lot of the shorter jobs, you can still make a lot of money, especially if you build out your truck and you build up your garages and whatnot. Because if you build out your garage, you get the big garage and you fill it, you can start making a lot of money really quick. I mean, not all of your drivers are gonna be like really awesome right off the bat, but I mean, I'm sure you're not gonna do like I did to my first driver that I ever hired, but the first driver I ever hired in this profile, actually, excuse me, it wasn't even in this exact profile, but it was in another profile that I don't have anymore. But I was doing probably one of the dumbest things you could ever do in this game. I was driving 90 down the highway. I hit the guardrail. I bounced my truck off the guardrail. And I hired a driver. I gave him that truck that I wrecked, didn't fix it at all. The truck had 58% damage done to it. Gave him that truck, went out and bought a new truck, and guess what? He turned out to be one of my best drivers ever. I treated him like shit. So, I mean, technically I did fix his truck because he worked for me and I paid for it, but I mean, eventually, if you have a truck that has 58% damage, it's almost like buying a new truck. But at that time, I was not using mods, so he didn't have the truck that he was using was, I believe it was a I think it was a 579. Peterbilt. It's my first truck that I ever bought in this game was a Peterbilt 579 because it was the cheapest truck at that time. Because a lot of the trucks in this game that are in this game now didn't exist at that time. Like the Mac and the International. None of the Internationals existed in the game at that time. Freightliners, all those, they didn't exist. I started playing this game in November of 2017. But I started streaming it in actually 2018. But this channel, the ID for this channel has actually existed since 2016, but the channel didn't start putting out content until 2020 because at that time, at the time before that, I had forgotten my password for this channel. So rather than going through all the hassle of, well, back then they didn't really have too good of a way to recover your password or your channel or whatever, but so I went out and made a new ID, was streaming under that ID, and then I gave up on that channel because I thought that it wasn't going anywhere, so I gave up on it. And then, like, about a week after I gave up on that channel, I started streaming on this channel because I somehow figured out the password. I don't know how, but and May 5th, I think it was, of 2020, started putting out content on this channel, and on May 4th, 2021, we made affiliate, and we've been affiliate ever since then. So technically we've been streaming on this channel for 5 years. Affiliate for 4 of those. May of the coming year it'll be 5 years affiliate. Maybe if we're lucky in 2026 we'll break 4, maybe 500 subscribers. Not subscribers, followers, excuse me, on Twitch. That would be great, but to reach 500 subscribers, but don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Because people that usually have 400 or 500 subscribers, usually their follower count is in the thousands. Because if we were to have, I mean, if you had maybe 400 or 500 viewers and you had 400 or 500 subscribers on Twitch, that means all of your subscribers, excuse me, all of your followers are subscribers, which is insanely impossible, I would think. What are you doing, guy? Also, if anybody hasn't hit that subscribe button on YouTube, please do. It helps the channel grow. I don't know when the next video, well, we should say the next non-stream video will come out. I don't know when that's gonna be, because I have built out all the trucks in this game, including the truck that I'm driving. And I've built out all of the trucks in ETS2, including the latest truck that we're going to be driving on Thursday. If you want to see the truck that we're going to be driving on Thursday, go check out the latest video posted up on my YouTube channel. Or if you want, do me an even bigger favor and go watch all of the truck build out videos. I mean, it's a huge ask, but it's only probably about 20 videos between ATS and ETS2. Most of the videos are between maybe 12 and 25 minutes long, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, if you watch the whole bit, if you 100% watch all the videos, it might take you a few hours, but the one thing that it would do is it would drastically increase the watch hours my channel. Even though the channel has 700 watch hours, that's not that many considering that there's almost 180 videos. Look at that. Only 70 million. The person who won the last Powerball jackpot walked away with about 835 million before taxes. the way that the algorithm for Powerball is set up, it's set up in such a way that the jackpots are almost always over $1 billion before somebody wins them. I think there's something like 40 states involved right now, anyways. And it's amazing that the last two winners were not from California. Most of the big winners that they've had from Powerball have been in California. But part of that is because there's so many people that buy tickets from California. From California, that's a lot of people that live there. Might do. I might pull into a rest stop up here if I can. And pull off and get out of the rain here if we can. And maybe even take a short break. Here, I'll do this. Maybe it'll stop raining by the time I get back. Be right back. Okay. There we go. Man, we just barely got past that truck there. Oh, okay, good. Okay, either you're gonna stop or you're gonna run into me. Or slow down, whatever you want to call it. Those anymore. Gee. That car came off the ground when it came over here. Uh-oh, we lost $2,500 there. Not a big deal. Hey, we only need $8 million. Excuse me, not 8 million. 800,000 more to... get to our next billion. Excuse me, next million. Excuse me, not billion. What am I talking about? I don't know. We have 3.7 billion. But when you have over 5,200 hours in a game, should have about that much if you build out your garages the way you should be. Because technically, my garage, probably about 15 or 20 of my garages are empty. So technically, I could probably have about $4 or $5 billion if I built out every single garage and hired a driver for every single truck in my fleet. Because honestly, I think there's probably about maybe 5 or 10 trucks that don't have drivers right now. That's because they're modded trucks. I don't... a lot of my modded trucks I don't hire drivers for, because if I were to get rid of that mod, then I would have to get rid of that driver. And it's just easier to not have to do that, but... we probably have... well, actually we do have quite a few drivers driving modded trucks, but most of the drivers that are driving modded trucks are driving the same type of truck that I'm driving right now, because I haven't gotten rid of this mod in years. And some of them might be driving the Freightliner Argosy. I don't know. We don't have anybody driving the FLB. Honestly, the FLB is one of the trucks that has probably been in and out of my list of mods for the last few years. Honestly, the FLB isn't that great looking, and I just don't like out that much. For the K100E and the Argosy are probably the two cab over trucks that are the easiest to build out. Gotta get over. Getting off 15 and getting on what? Oh, we're staying on 15. No, we're not. We're getting on 90, okay. Or are we? This is the junction between 90 and 15. Oh, we're up in Montana. We are just coasting right now. Probably should slow down a little bit. We'll get to bypass the next way station. Awesome. Ow. I think is the most boring about this game. Driving short jobs and then constantly looking for another one. I like doing the longer jobs because you're not sitting, you don't sit there half the time looking for another job. I'm sure there are people that like to look for the jobs, but I'm not one of those people, so if you don't like that, that's your problem, not mine. I'm sure there are some people that would say that's not a good way to look at it, but guess what? I'm here to have fun, not make millions of dollars. People that make lots of money on either YouTube or Twitch usually don't have a lot of fun. Because in order to make lots of money on either platform, you have got to do what brings the most viewers. And I'm sorry to say, but you will never catch me playing a game that has a big following because of the fact I'm a really small channel, and most of the time a small channel playing a game that is really popular will probably get about that many viewers. 0. You know why? Most of the people probably don't scroll down to watch the smaller channels. They watch whatever's on top. You watch people like Shroud or Summit, or maybe, I don't know if Ninja's still around, but you watch channels like that. The thing is, most of those streamers don't know who the hell you are. You're just another number to them. Where if you watch the smaller channels, more than likely, there's probably about a 90% chance or higher that the person you're watching will actually talk to you versus you just being another word in a bigger streamer's chat. The words that you say 90% of the time, the streamer doesn't say anything to you. They don't even know you're there. Because they got thousands of people talking in their streams, and there's no way they could answer everybody. Also, a lot of the bigger streamers that are on Twitch, at one time they were professional gamers. If they may even still be, who knows. So they already had a huge following before they even started streaming. But honestly, I don't know who. I never. Before I started streaming on Twitch, I never watched a pro gamer ever. And you know what? downloaded Fortnite, or whatever the hell people want to call it now. I'd never watched anybody play it before. I played it for maybe like a week, and then I gave up because I kept getting shot in the back, and it was getting to be really boring really quickly. No. I think the best I ever did in that game was like 6th. That was by accident. It wasn't because I was good at it. It was because the game was fairly new, and the only person I ever shot in that game wasn't even paying attention to me. One thing that you will never ever hear me say is, "I'm so awesome at this game." Nope. You will never ever hear me say that. Great. Game's gonna crash right now. Come on. Yep, the game just crashed. Let's do this. Because honestly, I am not a very good gamer. Because, you know why? I spend more time watching people play games than I do playing games myself. And in order to be a really good gamer, you have to play a lot of games. You have to put a lot of hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours into games. And you know what? I don't do that. You know why? Because I'd rather be doing other stuff besides boring the shit out of myself. But you know what? Ouch. Freaking neck just cracked. We are in Idaho Falls, Idaho. A lot of times, the reason why this game crashes has nothing to do with performance a lot of times. It has to do with an update. Because most of the time when I've had my game crash, it usually updates right after it crashes, and then you start playing it again, and it runs just fine. Also, one thing you probably hardly ever hear me say either. Oh, you're so awesome at this game. No, I don't really talk to people in chats that much. Streaming, you probably wouldn't even know I was there. That's how much I talk. Matter of fact, the last time I talked, probably more than like 2 or 3 sentences for an entire stream I was watching was probably last time I watched somebody play Farming Simulator 25. Oh, shit. Sorry. Oops. What? I didn't even know I was supposed to go in there. Oh well. Oh well. Sorry. Sorry. driving left in real time. Riverside, train, Monta, whatever. It's been less than an hour since I took my last break, but I gotta stand up. Yeah, just drive right into my truck while you're at it. You wanna know the stupidest part about it? That guy steered right into it. We're in Ogden, Utah. Okay. We are in Utah. Come on. Okay. I don't know what we're gonna. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream for, but maybe another half an hour or so. I don't know. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Lately, when I've been streaming, until I start falling asleep, which sometimes is around like 2.5, 3 hours. It honestly does not matter how good or bad my sleep is, because it has to do mostly with, oops, sorry about that. Most of the reasons why I start to fall asleep on stream are because of a little allergy pill I take. It's one of those 24-hour allergy pills, and most people get put to sleep by them because they work. Most of the allergy pills that I've taken that work knock you out. Ones that don't work are the ones that don't knock you out. Because it's the antihistamine that knocks you out. things or whatever things that you take, they don't do jack shit for you because there isn't enough of the antihistamine or whatever it is that makes your nose stop running. There's a lot of people that will say, oh, this stuff doesn't work for me. That's because you've been taking it too long. Most doctors will say, oh, your body doesn't get used to it. The allergies, your allergies change. I don't know if that's true or not, but honestly, if that were true, if I stopped taking it for a day and then start taking it again, it shouldn't work if that was the case. So I don't know. I don't know. Not a doctor, so not a research scientist or any of that crap. I just know what works for me. Stop working for you. Not everybody's solutions work all the time. Motor City. Oh. Stream for like another hour, maybe longer. We have about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer than that, before we're done with this job. asshole. Nope. Oh, shit. I have to stand up again. Shit. stand up for a second. Yeah. There. Just had to tuck my shirt in because it was bugging me. Getting cool air coming under my shirt. so I think what we're gonna do is after the ad break is over, probably gonna call it a day. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oops. Oh. Well, sometime today would be nice. Oh. I didn't realize that I'm not going to. We're gonna go like this. I am gonna call it a day. I'm tired. Been streaming for a little over 3 hours, almost 3.5 hours. So, y'all have a good day or night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. The next time we will be streaming this job here will be on next Tuesday. On Thursday, I'll be playing ETS2. On Saturday, I'll be doing some Legos. You'll get to see this set when I pull it out of the box. And I will see you then. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the follow button on Twitch. And have a good one.